Right, so last time I promised, well, I didn't promise, but I said we'd do the backup function next, and this is it here. It's actually quite complex for what it is. Well, I'm probably my own worst enemy because I've based it on another add-on rather than just starting it afresh. But to be fair, I've trimmed down a lot of the code. What I didn't think was, well, it probably might have been necessary, but I didn't think it was needed in this case. So we've got number 8 set in there, back at my build. I've been down the bottom, put your elif mode equals 8, send that to backup. So now when you press on that menu, it will go to backup. At the top we've imported zip file, which is obviously what we're using for zipping a file. I think that's all I've added. Oh, your excluders and files. So that'll exclude a directory in home or potentially elsewhere. I've not tried it on that, but basically that'll exclude a whole folder. So I've just put thumbnails in for there, which is these are just some practice ones I've been doing. I've been doing this for a couple of hours, so it's gone wrong a few times. So yeah, we've excluded thumbnails, so obviously that's excluded this lot here, so it doesn't need to be in the home directory as long as the name's the same casing as what's there. Then it'll exclude that, which you probably see the size. There's not a lot in there. I mean, it's only 4.2 megabytes, but there's only 38 files, so imagine if you have a lot of them, that's going to take up a lot of space, so you don't really want to back that up. They are all just cached thumbnails, so when they download the build, it'll be a lot quicker if they're not there, plus it will still go and cache these again. So we'll exclude that. Excluded the Kodi logs because it seems to include them as well, which you don't really need because they're in there, look. So it includes them. It doesn't include system, media and cache, maybe because they're basically empty. This one's got 0 bytes, and it doesn't include that either when I backed it up, but it doesn't include them. You don't really need to. You only need add-on user data. That's all you really need when you want to restore it, so that's all you really want to back up. So yeah, that's all we've added up here. So we'll skip down here. Sorry if I'm going through it quick. I've spent a fair bit of time on this tonight, editing off some other code, to be fair, because it's a bit out of my comfort zone. I'm alright with video add-ons, but when it comes to all this is like a whole lesson for me as well. So rather than me spend a week learning this, which I will do tutorials in me Python tutorials eventually, but we'll do that another time. So first off, we've checked if backup location exists, which is set up here. I'm pretty sure we set that last time, so that should be there. So if it exists, and it'll follow down to here. If it does exist, it'll do this bit of code. If not, it'll run down and it will catch this bit here. Else, put dialog.ok with already defined dialog up here, I'd assume. Yeah, XBMC dialog. So that'll open your dialog box, which you've got to press OK on, and it'll say you've got to set your backup path. You need to set a valid backup folder. Please select now, and it'll open your settings so you can, and then it'll tell you to retry. If you don't put that on, I think it's errored on the backups I've used. It just puts an error up, which will confuse you a little bit, so I thought I'll put this on just to tell you to retry. And then once that's set, if it's valid, we'll go on to this bit. So your first bit I've put as input, which will be dialog.input, which you just type into like with the video add-on for the search. At the top it's got enter backup name, so you just enter in a name. So you got type equals xbmc GUI.input alpha numeric alpha num, it's got there. So you just type in something in, and then that will define that as input. And then we're putting title as a string of them letters. Backup folder equals translate path backup location, which we defined at the top. Then it's adding a folder called my builds as well. And then we've got backup zip, we're defining that, which is backup folder plus whatever you type in .zip. So it will be this path plus what you type in .zip. And if backup folder path doesn't exist, which will be basically wherever you set it to plus another folder called my builds, if it doesn't exist, then os.makeDirs will make that directory, so it'll make that folder. And next, it's giving you a choice, which is yes or no. Basic xbmc command, xbmc.xbmcgui.dialog.yes no. Delete add-on data. Do you want to remove your details that are stored within your build? This includes login details. So you can put yes or no. Obviously, if you've set certain add-ons up, you've changed times or your timeouts or whatever on certain scrapers, then obviously you press no and you carry on. If you've left your passwords in somewhere, try to remember to press yes, otherwise everyone's going to get them. Path to zip. And this I had to put in. This is what caused me a bit of trouble, because I was just trying to zip the backup zip path, which is that lot. I was trying to zip to there and it wouldn't work, and then I put this bit in and it did, so happy days. So you're defining zip object there, a zip file which we've imported at the top, .zip file, so that'll be that lot of code, and these will be the commands that it needs. So it will need where it's going, it says writing, probably the same as an opening file, that'll be write zip file .zip deflated, so that'll be whatever's in there. Root len equals the length of home, so that'll be the amount of folders potentially in home. And then for progress, that's just making a list, and items, just making a list there, so you can add to these lists in a bit. Then creating this bit, backing up files to plus title, which is up here. We've put that string of input, so it'll be backing up to whatever folder you want it to, well, sorry, as whatever file you chose it to be. Please wait. For base, there's files we've done before in os.walk, in home, which is a home directory which we define at the top as home in Kodi. Then for file in files, so that's defining a item in files. Item dot append file, so you're adding file to item. Number of items equals the length of item, so that's how many things are in there. Okay, then for base, there's files in os.walk again, home. So basically you've created that just for down here, just for your progress bar, and that's about it basically. You could have skipped that, but it looks cleaner. This is the bit I wasn't 100% sure on. Well, I know what it's doing, but I'm not 100% sure on why we've got D for D in DERS, pardon me, or F for F in files, or this little bit here, if I'm completely honest. So basically, it's putting 4 equals D for D in directories. If D is not in, exclude DERS. So that's if the directory is not in, exclude DERS up here. And if the file is not in, exclude files. So if there's any like Texas 13, your Kodi logs what I put in, or whatever you want to exclude from your backup, then put them in there. Where have we gone? There. Okay, and then for file in files, in there again for progress. So this is where you're adding to the full progress. You're adding a file to this list. So then that's how many files in how many items, in how many files up here, and then guys, that's divided by number of items times 100, so that's giving you a percentage again, just for your dialog.update down there, integer of progress, which is that one. FN, that's just your final path, I suppose. So you've got base there, which will be your base place you started from, and then file. If not temp in directories, then zip object, which is up here, dot right, FN, and this is another bit I want 100% on, to be fair, and that's that. And then it closes dialog process, gives a dialog.ok, just saying you're backed up. Simple as that. Yeah, honestly, it took me about, what's it now, 11, so about 3 hours, and this is with having a sort of template to work off. So yeah, good luck with that. You can copy this. I'll scroll across now, you can see this bit, and it is sort of high level stuff. They've done a really good job. This isn't even half of what they've put in. So yeah, I've just tried to trim it down, not only to just work, but so I could understand what it's doing, because I don't like to just copy something, because what's the point in that? Might as well leave it how it is. I like to try and trim things down, and so I can understand them myself, because there's no gain otherwise, well, in my opinion. So that's that. We'll show you it working. Just back up build. What we'll do first, we'll just delete that. Is it backing up? We didn't want to. Anyways, we'll close that. Start fresh. Yeah, just so I can show you the message when you've not got a path set. And that there just asked me if I want to delete the add-on folder, so it won't have a path set now because it's probably just deleted it. Anytime now. Yeah, sometimes it opens and hides from you. Yeah, so program add-ons, back to your wizard. Let's check the settings. You should just delete the add-ons folder. There you go. Well, if you ain't got one, maintenance, backup my build. You need to set a valid backup folder. Could have put that as path to be fair, but PC, users, Tony, desktop. We won't put it in there. We'll put it in tutorials. So what it's going to do, it'll create a folder in there called my builds off this bit, because we've got backup folder there. But I mean, if it doesn't exist, it's going to make that folder. So you'll see in my tutorials, I've only got them 3. And now we try if file location is valid. Please try now. Try again. Just call it build. Do you wish to remove your details? So what this will do, we'll press yes. If you press no, it just skips it. Press yes, it should delete this lot, I believe. There you go, that's all gone. So that's any settings you might have stored, any passwords or whatever you might have put into anything, they'll get deleted. Where was we? Tutorials. So we should have a folder coming in. Certainly might be chucking it into the packages first. Oh, here we go. Stuck it over here. Tutorials, I had another folder, not bad. But you can see it's adding to it here. If I refresh that, obviously it's going up. Slowly adding to it. So yeah, it's backed up now. Lovely, have a nice day. So that's backed up, that's your build there. Sorted. Happy to go. I won't. Normally what you'd do, you'd do a clean wipe before you restore a local build, but I'm just going to show you this here. You see where you've lost your path, and that's because your add-on data has been deleted. That's where it caches it. So yeah, but normally you do a clean wipe if you're going to install a build, which I might put in, to be fair. So when you restore one or you download from your wizard, when we do the clean wipe, I might show you how to run it through there. So it'll just wipe your build first and then stick it on. So all you'll have to do is close at the end. So it'll always, half the time you can just install over the top if you've got folders that have changed or GUI settings that have changed, and normally you've got a clean wipe here. So what am I doing apart from waffling on? Tony, desktop, tutorials, my builds it. What I had earlier. Right, now I'll retry. He was only doing a little bit and then stopping. It was quite annoying, then it decided to work like it has now, so So now that's extracting that zip into your add-on, well, into your home thing like before. Just extracting it onto there. So it'll extract into all of these files, overwrite all of them. If they're not there, it'll add them. And user data, it'll extract into there, so you're good to go. And that's about it. Obviously the code, see where it said it's been changed, that's obviously where it's overwrote it, so just put no, just so you know what you've done, you can save. Yeah, so the code's quite complex. It's not like a 2-minute job. If I've done it again, to be fair, I'd probably keep the majority of it, because it does actually have a purpose. What I've kept, I've deleted probably about 20 lines of it because I couldn't see it serving a purpose for what we was doing. But yeah, that's it. Sorry I can't really give it all my heart, this one, because I'm sort of learning myself, but that works. I'll give a rough explanation of what things are doing. I'll say for full details, I'll probably look into stuff in a bit more depth on my Python tutorials, like your zip files, plus your time. I'm going to do one on time. I thought about the other day. There's plenty I could do with that. I can show you quite a few things, so be sure to check them out. And yeah, I expect this ran on quite a bit. That's finished now, so it's telling you to force close Kodi. And that's it. So now you've got a pretty decent wizard, to be fair. You can back up your build, restore your build, clear funds, clear cache data, clear packages. Obviously you can add to that. Hopefully I've taught you enough to add to that. I would say I apologise again because it's a bit in a grey area for me. But yeah, and then next time we'll do a clean wipe and leave your wizard on, which is always a handy feature. So, hope you've enjoyed it so far. I'll see you next time.